Yeah, we're back out this shit with some more motherfucking media. Now I've been hearing about this Puff Daddy shit, but you know how you hear about some shit, but you ain't really trying to hear that shit. I'm not really trying to hear that shit now. But then I just seen something as I was doing another show. It's like, damn, let me see what the fuck going on. So if you don't know, like I don't know, and you don't really give a fuck, like I don't give a fuck about this Puff Daddy shit. I mean, here it go, but it is what it is. I don't know. It just seemed it's just seemed crazy. Like for example, it seemed like it's the Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, uh, witch hunt for a motherfucker head. That's what it seemed like to me. But I don't know because I ain't looked at it. Like when R. Kelly was going through his shit and this one and that one, I never give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That was I didn't follow the court case. I'm not one of them type of motherfuckers. And I don't plan to do this shit with Puff Daddy. But just from the little shit that I heard, it's fucking, you know, it's a subject. So if I'm gonna fucking look at this shit and find out about what the fuck going on, might as well monetize it, right? Don't forget to tip your channel. Go to the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Let's see what the fuck is going on with this shit. I got the sound sped up so motherfuckers can't be like, oh well, he was watching this video on his video or whatever kind of bullshit.
Rapper and producer Shawn Diddy Combs is facing disturbing new allegations this morning. Combs is now facing a second lawsuit accusing him of drugging and sexually assaulting a woman back in 1991. He's also accused of filming the entire assault. A spokesperson for Combs is calling the allegations, quote, made up and not credible. Meanwhile, Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City, has also been accused of sexual assault for an incident that allegedly happened 30 years ago. The accusations date back to 1993. The accuser, who has not been identified, is asking for at least $5 million in damages. Adams called the claims, quote, absolutely not true. Both allegations against Shawn Combs and Eric Adams came just before the Adult Survivors Act expired in New York. The temporary law allowed adult victims to sue over attacks that occurred even decades ago.
What the fuck is that about? Yeah. So hold on. So all right. So this is why you come to the channel. Little fucking difference of opinion, a little bit of commentary, difference of perspective is what it is. Not anyway. So when I heard that shit, uh the part where it was like Puff Daddy, what the fuck? I already done forgot most of the shit. See, I should have just stopped the shit. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop the shit and just be talking and fucking whatever. But that shit was mind blowing, yeah. I didn't see that none of that shit coming. Like
Rapper and producer Shawn Diddy Combs is facing disturbing new allegations this morning. Combs is now facing a second lawsuit accusing him of drugging and sexually assaulting.
okay, that's what it was. Drugging and assaulting and videoing the shit. He was doing all that shit in '91. God damn. Yeah, they didn't have camcorders like that in '91. I remember '91. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That shit sound made up. Like how the motherfucker said, the shit is completely made up. It sound made up. Because if you know 1991, yeah, motherfuckers had camcorders, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear this, you might think, oh, okay. You just, yeah, they record everything. Y'all record everything now. We didn't used to do that shit back then. Niggas never recorded fucking. That was a rule. You know how motherfuckers have rules, morals, and different shit like that. That was a fucking rule. You didn't record shit. Niggas didn't even like taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that shit sounds made up. That's what I was thinking when I heard that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's certain store cases and shit where it's like that shit don't even sound right. And then like the shit with the Dave Chappelle show, where Dave Chappelle was like, I knew that this story didn't make sense because of this, that. Like you could do that with this. Like that shit didn't even make sense. Like he's recording assaults in '91. Like nobody recorded assaults in '91. They do that shit now. So if you're young and you don't fucking and you don't know, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit back in the days, niggas was not recording assaults. For real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh man, yeah, that don't even make sense because, and in my mind, I do this for the show because in my mind, like, and I'm processing it still. I'm processing it out loud, whatever. But yeah, in my mind, the fucking I don't remember what year it was we was together. But me and my ex or whatever, her cousin got signed and was what up, man? The cousin got signed and was fucking with Puff Daddy. Her cousin is fucking Usher, yeah. And when he was working on the shit, it's like, oh well, you rap, you should be fucking with Puff Daddy and Usher, and that was like I knew her for a long time, but when that shit happened, it was like '96. It was around '96, I believe. Yeah, '96, '94, somewhere in between there. Shit, I don't know. But Usher was working on his first album when she was telling me about all this shit, and then and I don't know. So I know Puff Daddy he did some shit before the Usher shit, but '91 that's before Biggie, that's before all that shit. That's before the nigga had a record. '91 was like CNC Music Factory and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Puff Daddy wasn't even fucking. Puff Daddy and them didn't come around to like 93, 94. You know what I'm saying? 93, 94. Yeah, them niggas been. Man. So anyway, that's how I'm processing this shit. Like, but you know what I'm saying? Fucking, I'm thinking that's the other show. So let me also go ahead and explain. Like, I didn't want to fuck with Puff back then. The shit that the shit that y'all saying about Puff now, I was saying that shit then. Like, y'all don't, you know what I'm saying? Then Usher come out, the nigga got the funny makeup on, he dancing around and shit. I'm like, man, oh, wow, like y'all niggas feeling this, and now you fast forward all this time, and it's like Usher's the man. He's fucking singing nigga and shit. But when that shit first happened, it was like, yo, goddamn, these niggas is like, you know what I'm saying? The shit that y'all saying now, I was saying back then. Man, listen. But now, with my grown up perspective, looking at this shit, and I don't even know what the fuck any of this shit is about. Like, I don't get it in the news. I'm just now doing the news shit. This is, I guess, it'll just be my fucking gimmick. I get to learn about it, and y'all get to see an old nigga react to this fucking all this stupid ass shit that's going on nowadays. Because a motherfucker that don't watch TV like me, like if I watch TV, the commercials will blow my mind at like where y'all at with them letting y'all program you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was gonna say something else. But yeah, that shit's crazy. Man. That shit is crazy to me. All right, but yeah, MaSe was going at Puff. There's all kind of bullshit going on. 50 going. I mean, let's see what the fuck going on. Let me see what's going on. I don't know what's going on out here in these streets. What is it?
Puff Daddy.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to say. With my perspective now as an older motherfucker or whatever, like just the way I look at things. The way I look at things now, I see that there's a bigger picture. So, you know, I didn't think there was anything wrong with the dude or whatever. I just thought he wasn't like me. Like 50 Cent got the song, "You Not Like Me." I fuck with that song. That's some shit I relate to that. You know what I'm saying? These niggas didn't do the type of shit that I could relate to, but I still wanted the niggas. Well, when niggas was winning, I was like, damn, the niggas is winning, man. Them niggas got shiny suits on and all that shit. Damn, them niggas is really winning. Like, fuck, I wasn't like, yo, I hate that nigga. I'm not that type of motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? I never wanted a nigga not to win, but it's just that niggas wasn't like me. We wasn't like them niggas. It was not the same shit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, It wasn't no hate against the shit. But now, with an older perspective, I'm like, why the fuck are they trying to do this shit to this motherfucker now? After all this time, just like I heard about the shit where old boy got they got what's his name, D, out in California, because he was talking about shit. He kept talking about his nephew, whatever. They got him locked up for some shit, and who knows what. They continue on the case. I don't know what the fuck going on that shit either. But either way, it's like, why now? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like I don't know. It just seemed like it seemed like they're going after a power structure. And then on top of that, what I thought about when I thought about all this shit, if this nigga was really like that, like fucked up, whatever the case may be, power hungry, whatever. If he was really like that, I don't think all of these. And I was trying to think of how many big people that was huge that gravitated and was like, "Hey, I'm in my success, whatever. I don't need you to do shit with me," and link up with Puff. I know they at one point in time they said he kept attaching himself to people as they would blow up. He'd be like, right there. It was a period where that shit was going on. Yeah. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I know he got revoked. And that shit was making big waves. Now all of a sudden, all this shit. But let's see what the fuck this shit about. Cause I don't know, yeah. I don't even know.
The king, of deception, Every time we was in the party, he was throwing his champagne, his vodka in every picture. He was so we didn't know. We're like, yo, he's a great guy. This is a great party. This is a great, yo, give me your clothes. I'm gonna rock it in the video. Yo. Shawn sold 400 million. Yep. Champagne, this is. All the joke's on us. Yeah. He been doing this for real. Yeah.
We're gonna get you and your little dog too. Congratulations, young man. Run as fast as Cassie did.
Man, Diddy's catching a ton of heat lately. The dude's all over the gossip scene, and it's about him allegedly beating up women and going low when they're down. But it seems we've got more people willing to watch him burn now than ever, including Kanye West and Jaguar Wright. Diddy's torture of the hip-hop industry is bound to be exposed now for real. For like the past 20 to 30 years, there have always been whispers and talk that P. Diddy is a shady dude who stacked up his millions by playing dirty. Some folks like Fat Joe, DMX, and Jaguar Wright tried to spill the beans on it. But none of their stories really stuck it to Diddy's money, influence, or reputation because they didn't have a solid case, and they definitely don't know where the bodies are buried. With Cassie's lawsuit drama and all, things ain't looking so smooth for Diddy anymore. That shiny suit has a big old crack, and now Diddy's probably shaking in his boots. There are a handful of folks out there who know all his shady business, and if they ever spill the beans, it could bring down his whole empire. So, let's dive into who these potential game changers are that might take Diddy down a notch. Ever since he burst onto the rap scene in the early 90s, Shawn Combs has been changing names like clothes. The first switch up happened in 2001 after he dodged charges from a nightclub shootout. Looking for a fresh start, the now 53-year-old went from Puffy to P. Diddy. Enter Farnsworth Bentley, a slick personal assistant with an umbrella, probably there to add some flair to Diddy's new polished image. Bentley's arrival caused a media frenzy, turning the once unknown assistant into a near-instant celeb. With his fan base growing, he dropped the umbrella to pursue his own music career. So, what's he been up to since leaving Diddy's squad? In 2001, Diddy was all over the headlines, facing gun possession and bribery charges, and also undergoing a name change to P. Diddy. Enter Bentley, the umbrella guy, spotted in St. Tropez with Diddy, making the unknown man an overnight sensation. That picture was the biggest marketing campaign that any unknown has ever launched, Bentley later said. It made him famous overnight, with mentions on Jay Leno, Regis and Kelly, and features in Time, Newsweek, and People. Turns out Bentley, then known as Derek Watkins, had crossed paths with Diddy during his legal troubles, sending him inspirational Bible verses. After Diddy's legal triumph, Bentley messaged him, "Please don't make me go back to my hater boss." Diddy hired him as his personal assistant and valet, renaming him Farnsworth Bentley. In 2003, Bentley joined Diddy's MTV reality show, Making Day Band, showcasing his style and etiquette. Post-show, he ditched the umbrella and pursued new opportunities. Riding the fame wave, he landed a book deal, becoming a New York Times bestselling author with Advance Your Swagger, How to Use Manners, Confidence, and Style to Get Ahead. A few years later, Bentley hosted his own MTV show, From G's to Gents, using his etiquette knowledge to guide young men. After the show, he ventured into music, dropping his debut album, Colors, by Derek Watkins, in 2011. Farnsworth Bentley, the guy we all thought was the classiest dude in hip-hop, was Diddy's right-hand man, 24/7, for a solid 3 years, until he called it quits in 2004. Now, here's where it gets spicy. Right after Diddy settled that lawsuit with Cassie, Farnsworth Bentley popped back on the internet out of nowhere. He dropped this super mysterious post that's now deleted, but everyone's thinking it was a subtle jab at Diddy.
Come on, children. Give us a hand. Count to 20 if you can.
Come on, children. Don't be shy. You can count to 20.
The rumor mill is churning, and a lot of folks are guessing that the focus on the number 20 means Farnsworth might be hinting that Cassie got a cool $20 million. But hold up, we're not buying it. Our take, Farnsworth might be saying, "Hey Diddy, cough up 20 mil if you want me to zip it." Or maybe he's hinting at 20 more bombshells waiting to spill out of Diddy's closet. It's like a hip-hop mystery novel, and we're all just trying to decode the drama. Okay, peep this, I'll be sure. The one who ended up in a coma while spilling the beans in a tell-all documentary has been on a mission since...
Yo, now that shit right there, Farnsworth Bentley, that nigga know. Yo, he was the personal assistant, man. Yeah, when I think of Farnsworth Bentley, I think of that song he fucking dropped. I was in Miami. They knocking that shit all over the fucking place. I'm like, yo, this shit's hard. come back to North Carolina, I forgot about it. It wasn't like nobody was playing it. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit didn't even come out yet. And then the shit came out. And that shit was hard as fuck. That nigga is a reputable nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's like a stand-up goddamn motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? His single got Kanye West, who apparently is beefing with the nigga, and Andre 3000 on the motherfucker. His single got Andre 3000 on the shit. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, you know what I'm saying? This nigga reputation is A1. Goddamn, he come out and he was his personal assistant. That nigga come out and start saying shit. Goddamn, boy. Cause he know where the bodies is. How they was like, nobody knows where the bodies was, whatever. That nigga would know where the bodies is at. I just want to, yeah, that shit. Wow.
Kim Porter's passing. Dude's been nonstop trying to spill the tea on how he sees Diddy. It all kicked off with this Instagram post he dropped, which, by the way, is now deleted. But the word on the street is it went something like this. The morning of the Soul Train Awards, pre-production, Al B around the world. I just found this footage from the morning I learned of Kim Porter's murder and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I was on my way to film the pre-show packages for the BET Awards with Tisha Campbell-Martin and Tachina Arnold when I received a call from PR icon Queenie Donaldson asking me if I was okay and did I hear the news. I had no clue. I do know very clearly that Kymar didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some bull S. Really? This is where I get in trouble. Al B. Sure isn't too thrilled about all the fictional narratives swirling around him after he dropped a cryptic message that had everyone thinking it was about the whole Diddy and Cassie drama. The 55-year-old singer hit up his Instagram story over the weekend to call out the shady moves of someone many thought was Diddy.
Big day today. Huge day.
All right, so damn. So I'm not sure who Cassie is or what the fuck, but I'm thinking that's his girlfriend, and she died. I thought he paid her off or some shit like that, but they're saying she died. God damn, man. This shit sound, yo, the nigga wanted Puff wanted to play James Bond, and he was mad about that shit when they was doing the James Bond. He wanted to be the black James Bond. That nigga was the black James Bond for real. What the fuck? They just said it. They said his girl. Yo, I'm fucking confused, yo. Like this nigga, I'm hearing he was in Tupac murder. It was this, it was that. I mean, like, what the fuck, man? This nigga's having a hell of a year. Yeah. What the fuck? And you know what? It's all implications. You see what I'm saying? This could be the biggest. Yo, this could be the biggest media run there is. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck going on. You see, I'm just now hearing and understanding something about Cassie being. I don't know who that was. I don't know if that was his girlfriend, his assistant. I don't know what the fuck going on with this shit. But this shit could be a big ass media run. Everybody talking about fucking Puff Daddy. See, y'all got me up here looking at this shit. Goddamn. I don't know, man. I don't know what to make of this shit. Let's get back to it though. I'm about to have to run this motherfucker right here back. What did it say?
I do know very clearly that Kymar didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some bull S. Really? This is where I get in trouble. Al B. Sure isn't too thrilled about all the fictional narratives swirling around him after he dropped a cryptic message that had everyone thinking it was about the whole Diddy and Cassie drama. The 55-year-old singer hit up his Instagram story over the weekend to call out the shady moves of someone many thought was Diddy. Kind of, almost something like this. I do agree my expectations about you were driven strictly from my optimistic view of you, hoping your grimy ways would dissipate with age, or the current state of affairs that will eventually expose that you were on the payroll and secretly part of the shenanigans. Undo the puzzle. But when the media caught wind of it and started connecting the dots to Cassie's recent allegations against Diddy, Al B. Singer hopped on Instagram on Sunday to set the record straight. He still didn't drop any names, though. I posted a story this morning about someone close to me that I trusted like family. Come to find out, I walk with their flag daily, and they were grimy on many levels while I went down and was hospitalized, and they've been questionably riding the fence throughout the entire attempts on my existence. Al B. Sure spilled. So, to update your blogs and fictional narratives, FYI, I don't comment, speak on, nor concern myself with court cases, the ensuing results, or another man or woman's business that's not my own, no matter how closely associated my artistic posts may reflect real life. Now, rewind to the early 90s when Diddy started dating Al B. Sure's ex Kim Porter, and you've got a long history between these two. When Kim tragically passed away, Al B. Sure hinted at foul play and questioned if it was murder. It's been a wild ride of drama and mysteries ever since. Kim Porter spilled a ton of tea to Al B. Sure about Diddy before she passed, but he's got to tread lightly when he spills the beans. One false step could mess things up for his son Quincy. Just a reminder, Diddy officially adopted Quincy when the kid was just 3.
He's like, man, you need to come to New York. I swear we'll repay you. I've been waiting on that repay for a long time, bro.
So, Keith E.D., the Southside Compton Crips dude facing a first-degree murder charge for Tupac's '96 killing, spilled some wild details in a Vegas court. He's pointing fingers at Diddy, claiming Puffy orchestrated Tupac's hit and even offered him a cool $1 million to get the job done, targeting both Tupac and Suge Knight. Diddy's reps are zipped on this, and in the past, he straight up called these accusations nonsense. Mob James, an ex-Death Row guy, is backing the rumor mill, saying during the East Coast-West Coast beef, there were bounties on everyone's head. Puffy, apparently fearing Suge, supposedly wanted him out of the way. Keith ED told LAPD that Diddy checked with a guy named Eric Von Zip right after Tupac got shot, curious about their role. But here's the kicker. Keith ED spilled the beans to LAPD, but thanks to some legal deal, it can't be used for prosecution. In a recording, Keith E claims Diddy was happy when he found out their crew was behind Tupac's shooting. Another clip suggests Diddy paid the hit fee to Zip, who allegedly pocketed the cash. Now in Keith E's book, he spins a story about Diddy ordering the hit during a New York hangout over pastrami sandwiches and pink champagne. According to Keith E, Diddy was sweating bullets, saying he had problems with both Suge and Pac, especially after the diss track, Hit 'Em Up. Tupac died on September 13, 1996, 6 days after getting shot in Vegas. Keith E got nabbed near Vegas, facing a murder charge with a gang activity twist that could add 20 more years if convicted. Crazy times, huh? Diddy's got to hope and pray, like really cross his fingers or whatever, that when Keith E spills the beans in court, there ain't a single receipt to back up his tale. Because mark our words, if Keith E pulls a rabbit out of the hat with a receipt during that trial, it's game over for P. Diddy.
I don't know. Puff Daddy going to the same high school as me. If they're looking at you as a suspect, who knows? Maybe I don't know. I think he might go down on this.
All right, for those not in the know, Jimmy the Henchman is basically the boogeyman of the hip-hop scene. Word is, he's the guy who supposedly set up Pac at Quad Studios and also pumped 9 bullets into 50 Cent. All right, so there's this convicted murderer, long suspected of being part of the 1994 Quad Studio shooting of Tupac Shakur, finally spilled the beans and pointed the finger at Jimmy Henchman Roseman, the brains behind Czar Entertainment, saying he set up the whole robbery that left Tupac with 5 bullets in him. Dexter Isaac, the guy doing life in Brooklyn for the robbery and murder, spoke up, saying he's sorry to Tupac's fam and calling out Roseman for his lies. Apparently, in the 94, Roseman hired him to pull off the heist.
Hold the fuck up. What? Run that back. What they say about Jimmy Henchman and what the fuck is going on? I'm over here texting and shit.
Tupac died on September 13, 1996, 6 days after getting shot in Vegas. Keith E got nabbed near Vegas, facing a murder charge with a gang activity twist that could add 20 more years if convicted. Crazy times, huh? Diddy's got to hope and pray, like really cross his fingers or whatever, that when Keith E spills the beans in court, there ain't a single receipt to back up his tale. Because mark our words, if Keith E pulls a rabbit out of the hat with a receipt during that trial, it's game over for P. Diddy.
I don't know. Puff Daddy going to the same high school as me. If they're looking at you as a suspect, who knows? Maybe I don't know. I think he might go down on this.
All right, for those not in the know, Jimmy the Henchman is basically the boogeyman of the hip-hop scene. Word is, he's the guy who supposedly set up Pac at Quad Studios and also pumped 9 bullets into 50 Cent. All right, so there's this convicted murderer, long suspected of being part of the 1994 Quad Studio shooting of Tupac Shakur, finally spilled the beans and pointed the finger at Jimmy Henchman Roseman, the brains behind Czar Entertainment, saying he set up...
Hold up. What? Hold on. They saying... I don't know if this guy is just making up shit or what, but this motherfucker saying Jimmy Henchman shot fucking... Hold up. Nah, that ain't right. Is this motherfucker just saying shit? Is this a fucking YouTube video or something, motherfucker? You just saying shit? All right. Oh, man.
The whole robbery that left Tupac with 5 suspected of being part of the 1994 Quad Studio shooting of Tupac Shakur, finally spilled the beans and pointed the finger at Jimmy Henchman Roseman, the brains behind Czar Entertainment, saying he set up the whole robbery that left Tupac with 5 bullets in him. Dexter Isaac, the guy doing life in Brooklyn for the robbery and murder, spoke up, saying in 1996, 6 days after he spills the beans in court, there ain't a single receipt to back up his tale. Because mark our words, if Keith E pulls a rabbit out of the hat with a receipt during that trial, it's game over for P. Diddy.
I don't know. Puff Daddy going to the same high school as me. If they're looking at you as a suspect, who knows? Maybe I don't know. I think he might go down on this.
All right, for those not in the know, Jimmy the Henchman is basically the boogeyman of the hip-hop scene. Word is, he's the guy who supposedly set up Pac at Quad Studios and also pumped 9 bullets into 50 Cent. All right, so there's this convicted murderer, long suspected of being part of the 1994 Quad Studio shooting of Tupac Shakur, finally spilled the beans and pointed the finger at Jimmy Henchman Roseman, the brains behind Czar Entertainment, saying he set up the whole robbery that left Tupac with 5 bullets in him. Dexter Isaac, the guy doing life in Brooklyn for the robbery and murder, spoke up, saying he's sorry to Tupac's fam and calling out Roseman for his lies. Apparently, in the 94, Roseman hired him to pull off the heist, offering $2,500 and all the bling he grabbed, except for one ring Roseman wanted for his girl at the time. Isaac even claims he's got the chain from that night as proof. Even though Tupac survived, that Quad Studios incident kicked off the East Coast-West Coast rap beef, leading to the deaths of both Tupac and Biggie Smalls. Isaac hints there's more to come, dragging none other than Diddy into the mess, suggesting Roseman will flip on Puffy for his role in the shootings. Isaac's not spilling the beans on Biggie or Tupac.
Oh, yo. Yo, you know what? Yo, I don't even know if I should talk about this shit. But this the type of shit that make a video worth watching. What about them? Hold on, let me make this shit right quick. What about motherfucking... What about Jamie Foxx? What about Jamie Foxx and fucking Prize from the Fugees? You know what I'm saying? What about that shit? Jamie Foxx, Prize from the Fugees. What about that shit? What about... Here, let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Put some... connect a few dots for you.
Fugees has been convicted of 10 finance-related federal charges, including money laundering and campaign finance violations. You probably remember the Fugees, 90s. Pras Michelle, he was part of it with Lauryn Hill and Wyclef Jean. But Michelle has now been found.
You hear that? These are the fucking Jersey Haitians that they talking about. What? This nigga Pras was a guy that... Yo, hold on. Let me let this shit say it.
Money laundering and campaign finance violations.
That's what the Haitian Jack shit, the fucking... Man, I can't even do this with y'all. I can't.
Probably remember the Fugees, 90s. Pras Michelle, he was part of it with Lauryn Hill and Wyclef Jean. But Michelle has now been found guilty of using illegally obtained money to get closer to former President Obama during his 2012 campaign and using millions more to bankroll an expensive lifestyle. NBC News legal analyst Danny Savalos joins me now. We have laid out the charges against Pras Michelle, now found guilty. And the details here are pretty interesting. Talk us through it and your reaction to what we're learning in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, this may be colored by the fact that I am a defense attorney, and I actually recently defended money laundering charges in federal court. And money laundering charges are very broadly written as a statute and can be, in my opinion, relatively easy for the government to prove. But in addition, you have FARA violations. That involves an agent of a foreign. Yeah, exactly. It's a law that prohibits, or I should say requires at least, registration if you're working on behalf of a foreign national. It's the kind of thing that became widely learned or known during the Paul Manafort era several years ago. But I would argue before that, there were not a lot of regular citizens that knew about FARA, and there weren't a whole lot of FARA violation prosecutions in this country going back a couple decades. So it's not something that's generally known. That's why I think it's a possibility this defendant probably really didn't know that the mere distinction that he was doing the bidding of a foreign national as opposed to somebody else made such a difference. Just to give you an example, one of the allegations was that one of his co-defendants, a foreign national, gave this defendant $20 million to get a photograph with President Obama. Now, if it didn't involve a foreign national and it didn't involve President Obama, if somebody gave me $20 million to get a photograph with Hallie Jackson, I would take that money. It would be lawful, and I wouldn't tell Hallie Jackson how much I was getting paid. And I would definitely try to get that picture done, and it wouldn't be a violation. The existence of that political angle and the foreign national is what makes some of these things criminal. A lot of citizens don't know it.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.
Yeah, fuck NBC, son. Fuck NBC, son. So, anyway, yeah, this nigga Pras was a fucking fed. He was him and a bunch of other motherfuckers from the 90s. The same shit I was talking about. So, oh shit, what up? Hey.
Hey.
What's going on?
Oh, I'm trying to figure out why this dadgum thing sounds like a gremlin. I don't know what's wrong with the sound.
You get it, you got it. So yeah, let me get back to making this point right quick. I was talking about some shit. So Pras from the Fugees was a government informant for a bunch of years. And when they brought him into court and all that shit was going on, they summoned Jamie Foxx. And when Jamie Foxx was ordered to go in, him and the dude they was just talking about that had Pac shot, all the motherfuckers, they was all supposed to go to court about that shit. So yeah, this shit is a little bit deeper than motherfuckers think. Yeah, it's a lot deeper than motherfuckers think. Damn, that shit's crazy. That shit's crazy. But yeah, you doing all right?
Man, this thing sounds like it's crackling the speaker.
Okay, hold on. Let me try and get this together. Yo, I'm gonna wrap this show up right quick. We're gonna start a different one. Where's the shit at? All right, yeah, here. Check this out. Where's that shit at? All right, there it is. Look at this shit right here. Check it out. They talking about this. Is what's going on right now. We talking about Jimmy Henchman and shit. So Jimmy Henchman and fucking Jimmy Henchman and Pras from the Fugees and them Jamie Foxx. And they saying Jamie Foxx had a sudden fucking medical emergency, and then he disappears for a while, and he almost dies, and then he comes back and he don't got the tattoos on his head, and man, this shit, like there's something going on. So while everybody, because this shit started off talking about Puff Daddy, I was looking into some shit to see what the hell's going on with Puff Daddy, but now this shit right here is looking, it's bigger than motherfuckers think. There's a lot bigger.
Just yet throws a cryptic warning. Now, Roseman, who manages Game and others, is still on the run, dealing with federal cocaine conspiracy charges. And folks like 50 Cent are calling him a government informant. Isaac's stuck in prison for life, serving time for that taxi cab driver robbery and murder in Brooklyn. Now, Jimmy probably follows some serious street codes that keep him from snitching. But if he ever decided to spill the beans, P. Diddy might be in some serious hot water. Bet he's got some dirt on Diddy that would make Puffy think twice about his next move. Whack 100 spills the tea, saying the feds offered Jimmy like 8 or 9 proffer agreements. You know, those queen for a day deals. And guess whose name came up? Yep, you got it, P. Diddy. Jimmy Henchman might be locked up for a century, not for messing with Diddy, but for some other stuff. But if Jimmy ever spills the beans on what he's got on Diddy, man, Puff can kiss it goodbye. He'd be done, stick a fork in him.
Hey, look, just like the Pac shit said, Pac said, you and I know what's going on. He was talking about feds. Pac was talking about all this shit. Matter of fact, I don't even gotta listen. If you want to know what's going on with this shit, listen to Machiavelli. Pac told y'all, all y'all motherfuckers, all this shit that's going on right now that I'm processing and seeing in front of me, it's all on the Machiavelli album. Ain't that a motherfucker? So that's the digging I'm gonna do. This I can't fuck with this, yeah. Because I start saying shit. I probably already said shit I shouldn't have said. So yeah. To the next episode, don't forget to subscribe and all that good stuff.